ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchef spent the day in the foothills to see how people are dealing with the bad air.
Good evening. I'm up here in Newcastle. I spent a little time in Auburn earlier as well. As soon as I stepped out of the car, the smoke hits you, right? But it's not as bad as it was earlier this morning. I talked to a couple of people off camera. They didn't want to be on camera. One gentleman told me that it's unfortunate, but all things considered, he'll bear it. Another woman told me that around 9 a.m. this morning, it was, quote, like living on the coast. It was so dense with all the smoke in the area, and visibility was horrible, and obviously air quality was just as horrible as well. Now, one man, Gary, that I talked to in Auburn, he echoed really the same sentiment. Here's what he had to say.
It's not that bad. I thought it'd be worse than this because of the fires just right up the road.
But I also spoke to somebody who lives here in Newcastle, but her family is only a few miles from the fire on Forest Hill. Here's what she had to say.
This is definitely more scary just because I have family and friends that have already had to evacuate by emergency and their houses have already burnt down.
And obviously we're hoping everything works out all right for her and her family. But in terms of the foothills near Auburn, near Newcastle, yeah, it smells like smoke this afternoon. It's bearable. It's not great to be breathing it in like this, but it gets way worse in the mornings and in the evenings. And so the sentiment is life just kind of goes on right now, according to residents, and they're keeping their fingers crossed that things get better pretty soon. Reporting in Newcastle, Brendan Minchef for ABC 10. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. We bring in now meteorologist Carly Gomez. What is the air condition looking right now, the air quality?
Right. So as Brendan mentioned, Newcastle area is looking a little better. And what we're seeing is that shift there and that movement with a lot of that bad air quality shifting to the northeast. You can see a lot of those areas pushing up towards South Lake Tahoe right now with very unhealthy air quality. That maroon shade closer to the fire there, hazardous air. And then further south, a lot of that's been moving toward the foothill areas south of the fire. And you are looking at unhealthy air quality in the foothills. A lot of that settling there and expected to do so in the overnight hours as we will see the shift in winds moving from the mountains back down toward the valley through the overnight hours.